Hey guys, this is Balu from Balu Prime and once again welcome you all back for an exciting tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how we can create this kind of liquid flowing or following a certain path in Blender easily. So hope you guys will find the tutorial useful, but before going to that, if you end up liking this video, please click on that like button, do share this content, and if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing my channel and support me. So further without any ado, let's begin today's video. So here I'm using Blender 2.92. Okay, so here I got a basic scene with this ground plane and this model of Aquaman. So I have downloaded this model from Sketchfab. Download link in the description if you want to use the same. Okay, so now let's start to create our fluid and make it to follow a certain path. Here you can create a path manually, or else you can get the path from the available profiles. So here I will show you how to enable certain curve profiles here. So for that, go to this edit, preferences, come to this add-on, and here change it to curve. And from this, here you can see we got this option like extra objects. Basically it will be unchecked. Enable it and save those preferences and close. Fine. So now come to this add options, curve profiles, and from here select this helix. So here you can see we got this helix here. So come to this curve profiles. So from this we can increase the height of the helix. So I will increase this here, and width I will increase the width here. Fine. Think okay, this much will be fine. And end angle I change to 720. Fine. So once you are happy with the curve, press tab to exit the edit mode. Okay, so let me hide out this plane. Okay, so now let's create a UV sphere for particle system. So go to this add mesh, select UV sphere. So let me place this UV sphere at the starting of this curve. So okay, nice. So now let's enable our particle system. So select this sphere, come to this particle properties and click on this plus sign to add particles. If I play this, you can see we are getting some particles here, but these particles are falling down. So scroll down to this field weights and gravity, change it to 0. So if I play this once again, okay, now it's looking good. So now let's create an object for these particles to make them look like fluid. For that we will be using meta ball. So go to this add meta ball and select this ball. Let me place it here. Okay, fine. Now select the sphere, scroll down to this render, expand it options, and in render as change it to object, and in this object select this meta ball. Okay, so if we play this, we'll get some particles here. So let's increase the scaling. So I will increase the scaling here. I think 0.5 would be fine. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So if I play this, you can see we got some liquid kind. Now scroll up and number of particles I will increase this to 2500. Frame start, let it be 1, and the timeline is of 250, so I will change this to 250. And lifetime, let it be 250. We want the particles to stay throughout the timeline. Okay, lifetime randomness, I'll give it as 0.1. okay, fine. So if I play this once again, okay, nice. So now let's make this liquid or particles flow or follow this certain path here. So for that we need to select this helix, come to this physics properties and enable this force field. Okay, so in type you can change this to curve guide. If we change this to curve guide, we'll get starting and end point, and if we play this, we can see the particles will be following that path. So here instead of this curve guide I will use force only. Okay, so strength I will change this to -15 and flow 1.5. so let me explain what are these things. So if I play this, here you can see these particles are not following the path because we need to set this shape to curve. Okay, so if I play this once again, we can see that these particles are now following this path. So now strength, if I increase this to -25, and if I play this once again, the speed of this flow will be increased. So if you want this flow to be high, just increase this value. Like if I change this to -50 and play this once again, you can see the fast will be more. So I will leave this to -15 only. Fine. And flow, this indicates the scattering of the particles. For example, if I change this flow to 0 and if I play this, you can see the particles will be scattering away. So if I change this to 0.5, they will not scatter, they will follow the path. So if you increase this value, the more flow precise will be there. So I will change this to 1 for now. Okay, so now let's add some material onto this metaball. So select this metaball, come to this material properties, add new material. So I will be using this principal shader only. So base color, I will change this to light blue. Okay, so roughness 0, and let me increase this transmission to 1 and IQR 1.333. Okay, so if I play this once again, we got our liquid following the path which we have created. Nice. So let me back this plane. So if you want to render out this simulation or render out this animation, first we need to bake this one. So for that, select the sphere which we have used to get our particle system. Select that sphere, come to this particle system, scroll down to this cache. So here you can see we got an option to bake. So we need to bake this first. So click on this bake button. So here you can see our baking is going on. Nice. So once the baking is done, we are ready to render our scene. So in case if you want to add light in the scene, we can do that. So further go to this add light, select sun, and come to this light properties. Strength, I will increase this to 5, and angle, let me change this to 120 or else 45, so that we'll get the shadows also. Fine. So we got light in this scene also. Fine. So in this way we can create this kind of liquid following a certain path in Blender easily. So hope you guys have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned anything new, please like, share and subscribe my channel to support me. So we'll meet in the next video. Until then, signing off. Take care. Bye.